Settle in, grab your coffee, clear your mind, and get ready for a conversation that could impact your financial future. Today, we need to talk about your money and why gold is suddenly making headlines everywhere, from newsrooms to dinner tables. Gold's price is climbing, but it's more than just a number on a chart. It's a signal about trust, fear, and the very foundation of our economy. When uncertainty rises, people turn to gold, a tangible asset, not just a promise from a bank or government, but something you can actually hold in your hand. Right now, in October 2025, uncertainty is everywhere: politics, markets, even technology. And gold's surge is a wake-up call for anyone paying attention. This isn't just for Wall Street. It affects your savings, your retirement, and your financial security, no matter where you are in life. When gold soars, it's like a fever thermometer for the global economy. Right now, that reading is high, and it's flashing a warning. People are worried about the health of traditional financial systems, especially the US dollar, which has long been seen as the world's safe currency. In this video, we'll break down why gold is a safe haven, why it's rising alongside stocks, and what all of this means for your money and your peace of mind. My goal is simple: help you understand what's happening so you can make smart, confident decisions, no matter what the headlines say. When you know the signals, you can protect your future and avoid being caught off guard by sudden changes. Gold's story is about more than just wealth. It's about security, stability, and peace of mind in uncertain times. Let's dive in and see why this matters for you, your family, and your future plans. The world is changing fast, and your financial strategy needs to keep up with these shifts to stay ahead. Understanding gold's role is the first step toward building a resilient financial plan. Stay tuned. By the end, you'll be ready to take control of your financial future with knowledge and confidence. Let's get started. What makes gold so special? Why has it fascinated humanity for thousands of years, across every continent and culture? It's not just its shine or beauty that draws us in. There's something deeper at play. Gold is rare. You can't print more of it, and its supply grows slowly. Every ounce extracted from the earth takes immense effort, making each piece precious. That scarcity means its value can't be easily diluted by governments or central banks, unlike paper currencies. Gold is also incredibly durable. It doesn't rust, tarnish, or decay over time. Ancient gold is still with us today, unchanged after centuries, a testament to its lasting power. It's outlasted empires and currencies, making it a reliable way to preserve wealth through generations and turbulent times. Gold is universally accepted. No matter where you go, it's recognized as valuable, crossing borders and cultures with ease. In a crisis, you might not be able to sell stocks or real estate, but gold is always liquid. It can be exchanged quickly, even when other assets freeze up. Its global appeal acts as financial insurance, providing peace of mind when uncertainty strikes. Scarcity, durability, and universal acceptance make gold the ultimate safe haven for investors and nations alike. When fear rises, investors flock to gold, seeking shelter from economic storms and financial uncertainty. Gold is a hedge against chaos. Its price rises when trust in paper money falls, acting as a barometer for global anxiety. It's not just a relic of the past, it's a living signal of what's happening in the world right now. When you see gold rising, it means investors are worried about inflation, instability, or currency devaluation, signs of deeper economic concerns. That's why gold has stood the test of time, weathering every storm and crisis. It's more than an investment. It's a store of trust, a foundation for confidence in uncertain times. That's why we're talking about it now, and why gold's timeless appeal endures. Here's where things get strange. Gold and stocks are both rising. Normally, they move in opposite directions. When stocks soar, gold stagnates. When stocks fall, gold shines. This seesaw has helped investors balance risk for decades. But now, in late 2025, both are hitting highs at the same time. This breaks the old pattern and signals deep market confusion. Some investors are optimistic about growth, while others are hedging against crisis. It's like a beach party where everyone's secretly packing life rafts. The market is conflicted. Optimism and fear are rising together. This unusual moment tells us that uncertainty is everywhere. When both gold and stocks climb, it's a sign to pay attention. The old rules aren't working. Something big is shifting. That's why this matters for your money. For decades, the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency, giving America huge advantages. But now, cracks are forming. Trust in the dollar is eroding. The US government's massive debt and ongoing deficits make other countries nervous. They worry the US will print more money, devaluing their dollar reserves. This fear is pushing nations to look for alternatives, especially gold. The rising gold price is a vote of no confidence in the dollar. Sanctions and the weaponization of the dollar have also made countries uneasy. If you fall out of favor with the US, your dollar assets could be frozen. That's why countries like China and Russia are reducing their dollar dependence and turning to gold. It's not just individuals, entire nations are hedging against dollar risk. The world is quietly shifting away from the dollar's dominance. Gold is becoming the alternative store of value. This trend is accelerating, and it matters for everyone. Inflation is the silent thief. It erodes your money's value without warning. When prices rise faster than your income, your savings lose power. Recent high inflation has reminded everyone how quickly money can lose value. That's why people look for assets inflation can't touch, like gold. Gold's limited supply means it often rises when paper money falls. Central bank struggles to control inflation have shaken confidence. Persistent inflation is driving more people to seek gold's stability. It's not just a temporary problem, it's a long-term concern. More people are converting paper wealth into the security of gold. Gold is protection against the silent thief. Politics and global events drive gold's price as much as economics. Whenever uncertainty rises, gold shines brighter as a safe haven. It's not just numbers on a chart. Gold reflects the world's anxieties and hopes. Political instability, wars, and trade disputes create fear. Gold becomes the safe choice. In times of crisis, investors rush to gold, seeking shelter from the storm. U.S. political gridlock and debt ceiling fights make investors question America's reliability. The world watches as lawmakers argue, and confidence in the dollar wavers. Even the hint of a U.S. default sends shockwaves through global markets. Investors everywhere brace for impact, and gold prices surge as a result. Each episode of brinkmanship tarnishes the dollar's reputation and boosts gold's appeal. The more uncertainty, the more gold is seen as a reliable store of value. Internationally, trade wars and geopolitical conflicts add more risk. Tensions between major powers make global markets nervous, and gold becomes a universal fallback. Countries are less willing to rely on a rival's currency. They look for alternatives that can't be manipulated or frozen by foreign governments. Gold, as a neutral asset, becomes more attractive. It's trusted across borders and immune to political whims. Nations are buying gold, not just for financial safety, but for independence from U.S. influence. It's a move toward greater autonomy in a divided world. This is a strategic shift. Countries want to insulate themselves from U.S. political and economic pressure. Gold offers a way to reduce vulnerability. Buying gold is a quiet rebellion against a dollar-dominated world. It's a subtle but powerful statement of independence. The trend is global and growing. More nations and investors are turning to gold as uncertainty spreads. Gold is now a tool for both financial and geopolitical security. It's a shield against chaos and a symbol of stability. As the world fragments, gold's role only grows stronger. In a time of division, gold unites people seeking safety. It's not just about wealth, it's about sovereignty. Gold represents control over one's own destiny. That's why gold is in the spotlight, capturing the world's attention as uncertainty becomes the new normal. Central banks are now some of the world's biggest gold buyers. Countries like China, India, and Turkey are stockpiling gold at record rates. When those who print money are buying gold, it's a signal you can't ignore. They're losing faith in the dollar and want to diversify their reserves. Gold is neutral. No country controls it, and its value isn't dictated by politics. This marks a major shift. For decades, central banks sold gold. Now, they're buying. The 2008 financial crisis and recent global tensions accelerated this trend. Central banks see gold as essential for stability in an unstable world. Their buying creates steady demand and supports gold's price. It also reassures individual investors. If central banks trust gold, maybe you should too. This creates a feedback loop. Central bank buying pushes prices up, attracting more buyers. Gold's rally is built on official demand. The message is clear. Gold is back at the center of global finance. Pay attention to what the smart money is doing. Is the dollar's reign as the world's reserve currency ending? Not overnight. The global system is deeply entrenched, and no single currency is ready to replace the dollar. The euro has its own issues, and the Chinese yuan isn't fully trusted. U.S. financial markets remain the world's deepest and most liquid, so the dollar will likely stay dominant for now. But the world is moving toward a multipolar currency system. Countries are building alternatives, holding more gold, using other currencies, and creating new payment systems. It's not a sudden collapse, but a gradual erosion of the dollar's privilege. The dollar's share of global reserves is slowly declining. America will face higher borrowing costs and less influence. Gold's rise is the market's way of pricing in this shift. The future is less about one dominant currency and more about shared power. The transformation is slow, but it's real. Gold is at the heart of this new financial order. So what does all this mean for you? Gold's rally is a signal. The financial landscape is changing. You can't assume the old rules will protect your wealth. Don't panic or go all in on gold, but don't ignore the signs. Diversification is key. Consider a small allocation to gold as insurance. Watch inflation, central bank actions, U.S. debt, and the dollar's value. These are the indicators of where things are headed. Be proactive. Review your financial plan and make sure you're protected. The value of your money isn't guaranteed. You have to defend it. Gold's rise is a wake-up call to take control of your financial future. Stay informed, stay diversified, and stay vigilant. The world is changing. Your strategy should too. Your financial security is your responsibility. Now is the time to own it and build a protected future.